What is going on, everyone? Today, I want to talk about why you aren't converting more of your leads. All right, before I get into that, if you like what you're seeing here, make sure you're commenting below. Hit that subscribe button and smash that like bell so you can catch our comment here on the channel every single week. All right, hello everybody. This is Harvey, broker of Lifetime Realty in Orange, California. And today I want to talk about the common mistakes that are keeping you from converting more of your leads. But before I get into that, I just want to talk a little bit about leads in general. I think the common mentality amongst real estate professionals is that leads are hard to get. And that's why we have an entire industry of leads for sale. Companies that will sell you essentially online leads, whether it's coming from Facebook or social media, or you're dealing with Zillow or Realtor.com or OpCity or any of these companies that'll take your money every month to send you leads. And the reality is they're just really kind of cold online leads. And what we know, if you're in the business any amount of time, is that leads are actually all over the place. Leads are easy to find and you don't have to pay to generate leads. But that's not what the problem is. And I think you got to get out of the mentality that leads are the problem. Leads are not the problem. What really is the problem is your conversion, because at the end of the day, leads don't mean anything if you can't turn them into clients or customers that you can now service for the rest of your career. So today I want to talk about 3 really common mistakes every agent makes that keeps them from converting more of the leads that they can find. Okay, mistake number 1 is focusing on lead volume and not quality conversations. Now, like I said, leads are everywhere. You can work leads from a neighborhood, you can get organic leads, you can get online or even offline leads, expired listings for sale by owners. It really doesn't matter. The first mistake agents make is they focus just on volume. How many phone calls can I make today? How many phone calls should I make per week? And they try to schedule their business by thinking about how many deals they want to close and then working that backwards as if the number of phone calls is the automatic path to closing those deals. And yeah, it is true. You want to schedule your day and your time and your activity and focus your efforts on, the proper number of leads to reach out to. But really, instead of measuring the dials you're doing or the number of leads you have in the hopper, instead you should really focus on how many awesome conversations you can have on a daily basis with people that have the properties that you want to sell. So by leading with trying to create quality relationships and making a great first impression and having an awesome first conversation that you can then build upon and follow up on, you'll find that automatically it's a much better metric to measure your success. So instead of thinking about just how many dials am I making per day, try to focus on how many awesome conversations you can create with property owners in your market. Okay, now mistake number 2, which piggybacks on number 1, is agents have poor follow-up skills. Now, I want to give you guys a couple of numbers to keep in mind, and this is true no matter what your market is or what the economy is doing. Fact number 1 is that 50% of the leads out there only convert to clients after 5 follow-ups and touches. So what that means is, depending on the type of leads you're prospecting or the type of relationships you're trying to create, most agents are going to give up after calling them 1 or 2 times. In fact, if you guys have been in the business for a while, you would know kind of the old school way of thinking of things was that you should never follow up with a lead more than 3 times before you move on to another lead, or you should only let the phone ring a couple of times before you hang up and move on. And the reality is that the data just says otherwise, right? People need to be followed up on, and relationships have to be nurtured for them to turn into an account or a client. So at least half of the leads out there are going to need 5 touches. Here's another piece of data that's important. An audience, when it comes to recognizing and remembering you, especially as a real estate professional, they're going to need to see or hear from you between 7 and 12 times. So agents that try to break into a neighborhood by mailing postcards spend so much time and money because they're going to have to send at least 7 or 12 mailing pieces before someone even starts to remember their name or remember them as the realtor for that area. So keeping that in mind, you can see that following up is super, super foundational. And to my first point, the whole reason we're following up is because we're trying to build rapport and grow a relationship and push that relationship forward no matter what. So it's intentional following up, making sure you can create a relationship and just grow your connection with that lead as time goes on. All right, lastly, I would say the 3rd biggest mistake that's keeping you from converting these leads is that you're not being open-minded and you're not treating them like human beings. Now, when we get into this business, or just when we've been in this business for a long time, we think of leads in terms of revenue, right? Like the more leads we have, the more our business grows. But these are just people, right? At the end of the day, these are folks that are either trying to buy or sell real estate and they need our help. So If you can go into all of your prospecting and all of your following up by thinking of them as just another person, which they are, right? And follow the golden rule and treat them the way that you would want to be treated if you were being followed up with or pursued by a real estate professional. Or if you can just treat them the way you would hope maybe your family would be treated by another real estate professional, you will find that that will have a larger effect on the way you communicate with them, and that you will come across a lot more genuine and give them a much better impression of you and make them much more likely to want to work with you and convert from a lead into an account or a client. The other thing is, you should also be open-minded. And what that means is, prospects are just people who need help, but you shouldn't prejudge the situation, whether that's someone walking into your open house or the information you may have on them if they're an internet lead. You never know who's going to need your help. You never know who can do business with you or even give you referrals for more business. And I can tell you, 9 out of 10 times, if you prejudge someone by their appearance or by their background or their experience, you can be dead wrong and miss out on all kinds of opportunity and an awesome relationship with someone that you can work with going forward. I think the agents that really blow up their business and take things to a next level and have great sustainable success are the people that really click and understand the service aspect of our business. And so by treating people with the golden rule, being human, and leading with how you can serve them and help solve their current problem, you guys will have not only a much more fulfilling business, but your business will be much larger and much more rich because you'll have an abundance of clients to help just by the way you treat them. So remember, no matter what, always treat your leads with a golden rule. Treat them like people and try to solve their problems, and it'll show with how you interact with everybody. Okay, so that's all I have for now. This is a humongous topic. There are so many different ways you guys can tweak your approach to convert higher and make greater relationships and grow your business. But for now, I think if you can just try to implement those 3 facts right now, like focusing on building a quality relationship, measuring the quality and the rate of conversations you're having over just dials, and then treating people from a service mindset, you guys are gonna find that your lead conversion is gonna skyrocket and your business is gonna grow. So if you like what you're seeing, as always, please leave us a comment below. Make sure you're subscribing to catch our comment every single week here on the channel, and let's level up together every day.